Daniela Hantuchova, the 9th seed from Slovakia, your first Grand Slam semi-final. You must feel like your time has arrived.
Yeah, definitely having a great tournament so far and really exciting about my next match.
We wish you all the best out on Rod Laver.
Right now, particularly at this time of day. Don't have to worry about that right now.
Generally, the bigger player, and I say bigger, the one that hits harder and stronger with the bigger serve, dominate indoors.
Here we go. Ivanovic to serve.
Let's for service. Let's first service. Love 15.
You know, talking about that, the first Open here at Melbourne Park back in '88, it was Steffi Graf and Chris Evert. In that final, they shut the roof, I think it was midway through. And Brian Tobin, who was the Australian Tennis Australia president at that time, went on to become the International Tennis Federation president, tells a funny story about Chris Evert, who was always so nice and popular, who he was good friends with. She let him have it at the presentation, just quietly in his ear, about the fact she was disappointed that the roof had closed and it had damaged her chances to win that slam. This is a nervous start from both, isn't it, Tracy?
It's understandable. Your feet are a little heavy. That's why you see the women keep jumping around, trying to stay loose. I will say Hantuchova really has nothing to lose. There are no expectations on her.
Well, a nervous start for Ivanovic, and Hantuchova breaks in the opening game.
The playbook on Hantuchova is that she hits the ball very flat, very deep,
15 love.
and quite frequently, all too often, too close to the lines. She hasn't allowed enough margin for error.
And what would her tactics be against Anna?
I talked to her coach, Angel Jimenez, before the match, and he said she just needs to concentrate on her side of the court and play her.
Normally have the strength necessary.
Hantuchova has been working with a trainer,
15 all.
Marco Panici. He's been traveling with her, and she does feel that that's one of the reasons. There's Angel Jimenez.
I think that has made a big difference for her, Tracy.
A little stronger, and Angel has been working with Daniela for 2 years. With Sanchez Vicario in the past, and Gabriela Sabatini for about 4 years.
She'd worked with Nigel Sears, Englishman, for a long time, and used to train around Brighton and in London. And when she went down to Spain, I think that's made a big difference for her game. I think that's allowed her, didn't happen overnight, but it's allowed her to get a bit more variety. And you talk about how flat, Tracy, but that shot she just used then, a little bit more spin, shorter angles from spending more time on the clay court.
That is some heavy hitting from Hantuchova. And she gets herself a nice break point.
30-14.
And this is exactly what we saw from Hantuchova in 2002 when she won big tournament at Indian Wells, Tier 1. We were expecting such big things from her.
Well, everyone said she was going to be the next Kornikova, didn't they?
Very
she got to
much
8 in
so.
the world.
Got to 3 quarterfinals and Grand Slams in a row. Got up to 5 in the world.
And come on, she says. She looks to the box and makes a flying start. A double break.
I think she's upset about the squeaking shoes when she throws the toss-up of Ivanovic. Venus Williams was asked about that yesterday in the press conference, and she said she didn't even notice it.
Yeah. Well, it's not a deliberate ploy from Ivanovic. It's just her routine of returning serve, and she does it on any surface, be it this one or
Other surfaces.
It's a long tournament, Todd.
This is coming up with some big shots, Hantuchova.
She's always had that ability, but it's the fact that she throws in so many unforced errors as well. I think it's just taken her this long to kind of mature. And one thing we haven't brought up, Sandy, is that she hasn't beaten a top 25 player to get to the semifinals.
Yeah, she's had an extraordinary run.
Radwanska in the quarterfinals.
But it's certainly not harming her at the moment. She saves a break point, she holds, and she's got a 4-love lead.
Whoever leads 4 games to love.
From that victory. Wow.
She better get her skates on because this set will be over in the blink of an eye if she's not careful.
Well, Daniela Hantuchova,
15-13.
who I've watched a lot over the years, I've not seen her hit with this much authority. I think she's hitting the ball harder than she's ever done. Forehand there hit at 130 kilometres an hour. And you can only attribute that to, I think, the fitness work that she's done, building up extra strength.
Very much in control and under control.
Advantage, Hantuchova.
And that's crucial for her, to maintain that composure. On Jimenez, front on the left. As you look.
Now here she goes. She's serving for the set 6-love. Absolute shock. Have you any explanation, Tracy?
Well, I think Daniela's playing above her level
15 love.
today. I mean, extremely well, serving very well. 62% of first serves in and controlling the points. And Ivanovic doesn't look like she's gotten herself into this match yet. She still looks a little nervous.
Well, that's a clever shot.
30 love.
And that's what's keeping her off balance, is the shot selection today from Hantuchova is very smart. She's driving the ball. This one, the softly rolled short one we talked about, that she's picked up from more clay court tennis. And she's keeping Ivanovic off balance from corner to corner.
So, Tracy,
Terrific depth.
their height is somewhat deceiving too. You look at them both, and Daniela almost looks the taller, but she's not. She's 1.81 metres, or 5'11 and a quarter in the old language, and Anna is 6'1", or 1.83.
Ivanovic much more sturdy.
3 set points in a stunning display.